Don't worry. Your father is the current sect leader of the Heaven sect. No one other than the 10 strongest martial artists would be a match for him. Heavenly Inquisition Sword. Kohuk. Ha. 2. Is this all you've got? I guess I've overestimated you. He used to be weaker than me. How is it that he's gotten this strong? What about the others? Kohuk. Waff. Don't spare even one. Kook. I can't believe it. Even the most elite of the Orthodox Alliance are being killed. Damn it. I can't let that happen. 0000. I have to stop them from being killed no matter what. Stop fighting them. Get out of here. Sect leader. Make it back alive. Even if it's just one of you. Hurry. Kook. Get out of here. You heard him. We've got to go. Victory Squad. Everyone, your goal is to fall back and survive. Weren't you the ones who barged in here all confident? It's very funny to see that you're all tucking your tails and running now. Did you think I would just let you leave? Kohuk. Kook. Heaven sect leader. Sir. You must stay awake. Cook. It looks like I'll be taking not only the head of the gentleman's sword but that young man's, too. Hutcher is this. Huff for how it ends. As if, you bastards. You think we'd let you harm the Heaven sect leader? Qua. And no. Kook, take the Heaven sect leader. And get out of here. I cannot do that. For the sake of the Victory Squad. The Heaven sect leader must live. So make it back to the Orthodox Alliance. And prepare to take down these demons. Namo Amipa. Master Gong Gong Beck. Kook. Cough. Hook. Kook. You will not go further. This evil power shall be dispersed by the sword of the good. Esvaha. That piece of shit monk. Humph. These little rats. Run as much as you wish. No matter how fast you run, you won't be able to escape me. The bloodbath of revenge has already begun. Whoa, that's it. The message to attack the Yumiyoung cult that was sent to the Orthodox Alliance. Again. This again. Was enough to send everyone, including the Orthodox Alliance, into shock. Did you hear? The Yumiyoung cult has returned. No way. The Orthodox Alliance would just stay still if that were the case. What do you mean? Have you not heard? The group sent to destroy them, including the heavenly sect's leader, was massacred, barely managing to send anyone back alive. Please, just endure it. Burke. Lee Yunik, the leader of the heavenly sect who barely returned alive. Lost one of his arms. Father. Waryong Manor. Yun Mubik of Waryong Manor was also in poor condition after participating. How is it? Is Mubik okay? He will live, but he has heavy internal damage, so he will need to rest for a while. Brother. Brother. I sent him without worry as he was going along with the heavenly sect's leader. But what is this tragedy that has struck? However, Waryong Manor's tragedy did not end there. Bakemo. We have a problem. Would you keep it down? How dare you shout when our Mubik is so sick? I am sorry. Mississippi 7, but this issue is extremely urgent. Just what could be worth causing such fuss? It's a message from the Green Forest that they are to ban the entry of all groups receiving guardianship from us, the Waryong Manor. What? What do you mean by that? Please explain to us. Just why is the Green Forest singling out Waryong Manor? Could it be? I'm in the Green Forest main patrol, after all. Any merchant union that is protected by the Waryong Manor in the Hunan Green Forest shall be banned entry no matter what merchant union they may be. What do you think? That bastard. Here ally did all that. What did we do that was so wrong? Tonight is a bit chillier than usual. A debt of 1,000 coins, and a ban from the mountains. Yet your face still does not seem bright, young master. True vengeance should not be done with just words, but with violence, that gives you the feeling of their flesh being crushed by your bare hands, isn't that so? Old man, if you keep walking around at night in your state you might die of a cold before you get your martial energy back. Isn't it past your bedtime? If so, would that not be good in itself? Wouldn't it be fine to vent out your worries to an old man without much time left? You sleazy. I've been thinking about it. So you intend to bankrupt that house until they are left without a single grain? A wise choice. I don't need that sort of over-the-top praise. But you're not wrong. In this world, there are people who care more about the wealth they have to gain than their own children. However, for that method to have effectiveness, the key is in how long you dry them out for. I do worry if the superiors will allow it to go on for so long. Superiors? What do you mean? I'm in the Green Forest main patrol. Isn't my decision the law? Why no, yes. But the person with that hat thing. Why no, the person who gave you that emblem. Oh, right. That heaven destroyer geezer. I need that old man's permission for things like this. Probably. I mean, he's the commander-in-chief. I guess you're right. I didn't think of that old man. Well, maybe things will work out. Ha. Ha. What did the main patrol do? Oh ho. Green Forest main hall, yes. Well. Yun Jioka, that idiot. Yun Jioka. The head of the main patrol. He decided to disallow the entry of all groups being guarded by Waryong Manor out of nowhere. But the Green Forest makes the majority of its profit from passage fees. This may be the order of the head of the main patrol. But it can't just be allowed to continue, right? It's a strange first step in his position. But let him be. What? We're just letting him do that. But to directly oppose the merchant unions is a bit win sovereign. With how loud you're speaking, someone might think you're the commander-in-chief, huh? That glare. That's the glare of at least 4 weeks of hell training. As you command. It. I'll bring you down sometime, Yun Geo. It might not be so bad to put a leash called a favor WEL 088 on our dear unpredictable head of the main patrol. Anyways, the Waryong Manor. I'll need to investigate how they're related. Ha. Okay, you win. When you've sobered up and the sun rises, you may leave. Yep. Suk Ryoshi, hee. In my place of my father, the command-in-chief of the Green Forest, shall return after investigating their relationship thoroughly. Please. Sober up before you go. Is this the right choice? Whoa. Hiya. Now, I'll be on my way. Yeah. Have a safe journey. Should I really be sending her on her own like this? Hiya. Just wait for me on 5 Peak Mountain, Yun. Sigh. Does she like the head patrol that much? She would always sulk when she was in the stronghold, no matter what she did. Ha. Are all children bound to leave their parents while grinning like this someday? She can't even understand how I feel. Anyways, banning the entry of some merchant unions, that's a pretty strange order for his first move as the head patrol. I don't know what others think of him, but to me he's not the type that would cause trouble over things like money or power. If so, then that Waryong manner. For what reason did they anger the head patrol? Thankfully, I still have some strength in me. Sigh, my back. If it weren't for that, he'd have devoured me at the tournament. Anyways, Ryoshi will identify the situation. So I'm sure everything will be resolved, even if something does happen. The Waryong Manor has quite the bleak future ahead of them. Just how did they come to make that damn kid their enemy? As he had said. Yun Jioka's order as the Green Forest head patrol merchants resealing the services if warning manor nam nit cross this mountain Kroman death stranghold. The Waryong Manor is banned from entry Bountial Gold Stronghold. Merchants guillarded by Waryong Manor, stam away. -8 Immortal Stronghold was enough to uproot the very foundations of the Waryong Manor. So what's the deal with this? Of who knows? We just follow what the higher-ups say. Anyways, this Waryong place must be out of the Merchant Union business now. Bexy Merchant Union. Such a bother out of nowhere. However, regardless of the situation. Now that things have come to this 7, it will be hard for us to continue our current relationship with the Waryong Manor. Bexy Merchant Union e Seichang Bexy Merchant Union e Yonbak. NNG. So. Starting from this coming expedition, the Waryong Manor should begin to distance themselves from guarding our merchants. Damn it. Even the Bexy Merchant Union. Then I guess all that the disciples of the Waryong Manor can do for us is guarding our businesses. But it's not like we have that many businesses to guard. Then. Are you saying that you'll force all of our disciples staying at the Bexy Merchant Union F to return back to Waryong Manor? Well, I didn't say that exactly. Please don't take it so bitterly. 7 We are merchants. You can't expect us to continue our business at a loss, right? Of course, we would like to continue our contract with Waryong Manor. So we intend to expand the few businesses we currently have. If we do so, we will not need to expel your disciples. Wow. Doesn't that mean that everything's resolved? It's a win-win for both sides. Right. To be so naive at that age. They are true merchants. They'd never do a favor for someone without a cost. Of course. As you, Miss Beck, have agreed with us previously, if you help us take something from the Samji Merchant Union, 7 Waryong Manor and our merchant union will be able to continue our relationship as usual. Yes, I will agree to do that for you. Shit. Do they want us to go to war with the Samji Merchant Union? But this is not the time to worry about such things. Until Mubik recovers we will need time. Alright, we can AC those terms, but please don't make us wait too long. If the Samji Merchant Union grows any longer, we will have no choice but to cut ties. We shall be on our way now. Ho ho. We hope to meet with good news next time. Damn arrogant peddlers. How dare they AC so insolent towards the Waryong manor? Calm down. You want us to stand down here? Who will be willing to do business with us then? Mubeek and I can just find a deal for Waryong manor. No, I will head to the 5 Peak Mountains and destroy them right now. The ones I faced before were mere weaklings. Ha! That's because that guy called the Green Forest Head Patrol wasn't at the stronghold back then. Maybe if it was Mubeek. But I don't think you'd last for even 5 blows. What? And who caused this whole mess? Can the two of you stop? TSK. HMPF. Is there no other way than this? So helpless. Under the grasp of those damn bandits. As if Baekmaju's cries were heard by the Heavenly Sword Supreme, Li Yujiang. He came to deal with the situation himself. Heaven Sect Li Yunik, I'm coming in. Grandfather. You haven't gone to sleep yet. Father. No need to get up. I just stopped by because I was worried. Yes, Father. Stay comfortable. Your arm. Is it all right? Yes, it's much better now. However. Did something happen? I am worried that I've sullied the name of the Heaven Sect, and I am extremely sorry to you. Father. Father. What do you mean? Why are you apologizing? Yes, your daughter is right. I have no need to hear such words from my son who lost his arm for the greater good. Do not feel the need to say such a thing again. All right. Yeah. Don't say things like that again, Father. Thank you. Anyways, that Chaos Sword Demon should have been an easy foe. Just what happened for you to be so injured by that man? I believe he used what the Yumiling cult calls a superpower. The strength of his martial arts hadn't changed much from before. But his aura when I met him again was inexplicably ominous and had reached a level that surpassed the heavens. Superpower. So you're saying the Yumiang cult use such things to empower their martial prowess significantly and are using that strange ability to push chaos into the world? Yes, the 5 Peak Stronghold was also suspicious, so I was about to ask Saman some questions. What? The 5 Peak Stronghold. From what I hear, that young bandit that's famous from the 5 Peak Mountains has an inexplicably immense amount of martial energy for his age. So, I susp. Might have gained what the Yumiang cult calls a superpower. Is that so? To rise to the level of heaven over heaven with just a superpower. Saman, what do you think from having fought him yourself? Oh, well. It's. I've got no idea. He took me down, without even a proper exchange of blows. As a child of the Heaven Sect. How can she be that clueless? I'm sorry, Father. No, it's all right. Saman is still young. Well. I guess I have no choice but to investigate myself. What? By that, do you mean? I was never intending to just let Saman's situation be as is. Grandfather. When the sun rises, Saman and I will be leaving before we take care of the Yumiang cult. I will clean out the 5 Peak Mountains myself. Babong Region Haga Village. Hiya. Almost there, huh? Is that the 5 Peak Stronghold I've heard so much about? Noble. Ahem. My stomach is rumbling like thunder from riding for days without rest. I need to eat something. Murmur. Who is that? A new beggar in town. Beggars have horses these days. What a world we live in. Haga Village foresees Tavern. Now, here's the food you ordered. Whoa. Nice. Let's have a taste, shall we? Why are you so hesitant to eat, Saman? Ha. Ah. I guess I just don't have the appetite. Ho ho. Does being near the five-peak stronghold make you feel uneasy? WL. Ho ho. This old man, in his old adventuring days, had a bad experience down in the south. Ever since then, the thought of that region has filled me with rage, making me unable to sleep. What? You've also had an experience like that, grandfather? Of course. Did you think that this old man was just born as one of the strongest martial artists? So then. What did you do after that? What else? I approached them 10 years later and crushed them. Since then, touring that region has always become a fond experience for me. So don't worry, now that Grandpa is here, these five-peak mountains full of bandits will just turn into another place that you can visit with fond memories. Foo-foo. Thank you, grandfather. I haven't even gotten there yet. But it seems they have quite a few guests already. And that old man. His aura is quite powerful. Where have I seen him before? Young, that lady right there. Haven't we seen her before? She looks like one of the Luoyang 5 heroes that got beaten up at our stronghold. What? I remember her paying 100 niang and going home. Why'd she come back? Is she seeking revenge? Sigh. But. Didn't that girl say she was from the Heaven sect? If that's true. Then the old man next to her must be one of the 10 strongest martial artists in the land's Li Yujiang, the Heavenly Sword Supreme. What? That old man is the Heavenly Sword Supreme. Wow. The Heavenly Sword Supreme. One of the 10 strongest martial artists. Just what have you been getting yourself into, Yunjioka? I thought those bandits were idiots, since they had attacked my granddaughter despite knowing the fame of the Heaven sect. But hearing how you speak, it seems that wasn't the case. The bandits he mentioned aren't us, right? Burke. Let's pretend we didn't hear anything and run. Neil. Burke. Qua. HNNNG, W. Irezri. Please spare us. I have yet to ask you anything. So why are you already asking to be spared? The punishment for laying your hands on a child of the Heaven sect will not be light. You shall receive it, in the stead of the bastards at the stronghold. Burke Qua. That I was going to head to the 5-peak mountains after a quick meal. But I can't just watch this happen. TSK. VRK. I didn't expect to have to draw my sword before I arrived at the mountain. Are you a member of the Green Forest? Oh. Yes. I am a daughter of the Green Forest family. And while I do fear the famed name of the Heavenly Sword Supreme, family. Everyone in the Green Forest is family. I cannot simply watch such a fate befall members of my family. So I dare to commit the disrespect of pointing my sword at the great Heavenly Sword Supreme, and I ask to be taught a lesson. Family. She doesn't appear to be a part of the same stronghold. Calm down. Cheap tricks will only worsen my situation against someone like the Heavenly Sword Supreme. Just give it your all and try to break through. Dark Heaven Azura Sword. What? That girl. She's extremely skilled. Burke. He concentrated all the energy to one spot. Your chi isn't too bad. However, that is all. Ugh. What is this disaster? Burke. I continued to train without rest ever since the Green Forest Grand Summit. But to see my chi deflected so easily. As expected. Of the heavenly sword supreme. And you are quite the martial artist among your peers of the same age. Like father, like daughter. As expected of the heaven-destroying demon lord's daughter. Heh. You compliment me too much. I will let those two go today for the sake of you and your father. Thank you for sparing us. What? They're running without even greeting me. However, duties and personal feelings are separate matters. One, tell the 5 Peaks 10 heroes to come up to the peak of the mountain tomorrow morning. If a single one of them runs, the 5 Peak stronghold will be erased, without a single trace left. What? The heavenly sword supreme. Yes. He seemed quite furious. What should we do? Why'd you need a mess like this down at the village? I expected some type of retaliation from the Heaven sect. But I didn't exp the heavenly sword supreme himself to make a move. In other words, an extremely powerful martial master is coming to kill us again. At first. When Sage Chun-Ji burst into here. Or when I fought that old man heaven-destroying demon lord. I had felt fear. But I didn't want to avoid it. What is this strange thirst within me? However, this happened because of me taking revenge against Waryong Manor. I cannot risk the lives of my brethren. So first. This voice is. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? A greeting of reunion with Yun. Suk Ryoshi. How did you? What do you mean, how? I crossed rivers and mountains to come and find you. Hee hee. What trouble did you get yourself into while I wasn't paying attention? It seemed like the heavenly sword supreme was out to get you guys. Okay, so do you mind stepping back a little before we continue? I'm just relieved to see Yun again, that's all. Miss Suk. Is the heavenly sword supreme really saying things like killing us all? Yep. He seemed very determined. One would think you guys killed his parents or something. He said that if a single one of you isn't at the top of the 5 Peak Mountain, the stronghold will be decimated without a trace. We've been training your hardest with Gioka ever since our return. Maybe we might have a chance. No, there's no need for all that. All of this happened because of my personal vendetta. It's only right for me to face him alone. Alone? No way. We had also poured our hearts and souls into training. If we fight together with the willingness to die if required, you'd all go to the afterlife together. Your opponent is one of the 10 martial masters who's on par with the heaven-destroying demon lord. Weaklings like us joining in would just equate to meaningless deaths. 7. In order for the entirety of the stronghold to survive, the only option is for Yun to go up alone. I wasn't expecting much from them. But I see the 5 Peaks also has a decent strategist. Yeah, as old man Shim said, going together would just mean dying meaninglessly. But it'd be lonely for Yun to go up alone, so I'll accompany him. No. I'm good. And so a perilous day for the 5 Peak stronghold came to a close. And finally, at the first peak of the 5 Peak Mountains, one of the 10 martial masters, Heavenly Sword Supreme Li Yujiang, and a skilled bandit of the 5 Peak Mountain, Yun Jioka faced off. Gulp. I was wondering. Ha. Why did you follow me all the way here? I'm spectating as a representative of the Green Forest. Damn you, Yun Jioka. I told all of the 5 Peaks 10 heroes to come up, so why have you come alone? I'm not alone though. We came together. What? You insolent. The previous day. Hey, old man Shim, what do you mean Gioka going alone is how we will all survive? It is true that your skills have improved dramatically. But to be frank, you will be unable to affect the Heavenly Sword Supreme in any way at that level. In other words, with everyone at the peak, if young Master Yun were to lose, everyone else would be as good as dead. But if young Master Yun were to face him alone. Well, even if things go south, zoom away. He could make it out on his own. But if he runs away, won't the Heavenly Sword Supreme come after us? No, he probably won't be able to. His son, the leader of the Heaven Sect, Li Yunik, recently suffered severe injuries from the Yumiung cult. That means that with the Heavenly Sword Supreme here, the Heaven Sect is completely defenseless. But what if the Yumiung cult attacks the Heaven Sect after hearing word that he is here? That would bring the Orthodox sects into chaos. With that risk in mind, the Heavenly Sword Supreme will not want to make things escalate. Anyways, all I can do is trust old man Shim for now. He moved his sword with chi alone. To exercise his will on his blade so easily. I guess he is the Heavenly Sword Supreme after all. That infuriates me even more. You refuse to stand justly in face of a battle. And wish to keep your filthy lives. Is old man Shim's plan really trustworthy? He seems even more mad. Remember to get out before you die. Hiya. Damn old man. You sure are eager as hell. And this energy within. It's truly incredible. Wait, 000. He disappeared. When I heard about the skilled bandit, I thought they were rumors spread by the commoners. 77. But your skill with the sword is better than expected. Ugh, he got me. Third form, he's coming. Blade the Ave. 9 Heaven Arts, fourth form. Tempest Fire Crippling Wheel. Amazing. That guy. He's taking grandfather's martial arts head on. Ugh. A martial master. His energy is comparable to the heaven-destroying demon lord. Ho. I thought he was just a typical bandit. But his aura is quite something. So why does he use a single-edged blade despite his skills? As expected of Yun. He stood his ground against father. He is matching the Heavenly Sword Supreme head-on. Quite skilled for one as young as you. Yeah. I hear that quite often. Old man, you're the real force to reckon here. And you're just getting warmed up. 7. Did you think becoming one of the 10 strongest martial artists was an easy feat? Anyways. Before I get started properly, let me ask you one question. Why do you use a single-edged blade instead of a proper double-edged sword? What? Anyways, before I get started properly, let me ask you one question. Why do you use a single-edged blade instead of a proper double-edged sword? What? Despite having this much martial prowess, there must be a reason that you've stuck with it. I heard you encountered Sage Chun Ji as well before. Are you a part of the Wudang sect? What? A sect? It's nothing like that, it's just a family art. A family martial art. 7. If it's this powerful, then it must be a fairly renowned family. Why are you acting as a bandit here instead of letting yourself be known? Well. Everyone has their own story. I do feel sorry about what I did to your granddaughter. She got caught up in my personal revenge. Yun sought revenge on Waryong Manor for his personal grudge. The same Yun who had no interest in anyone other than his stronghold members. Just what kind of grudge does he have, to bar them from entering the mountain? However, our stronghold's members were roped in as well. So, regardless of who wins this duel, let's bury the sword here, and not speak of it any further. How does that sound? Ah. That boy. I thought he was a devilish child seeking the Yumiyoung cult's power. You can do it, Yun. Isn't it unfair to attack while someone's talking? So what is that bright light in his eyes that refuses to yield despite his opponent's power? I believed him to be a part of the Yumiyoung cult based mere rumors. I've grown old. However, regardless of who wins, you are aware that I'm one of the 10 greatest martial masters, right? Yeah, I know. Everyone's been talking about it. So, what about it? So, despite knowing that, you still show such an arrogant attitude. Shit. Such QL. Burk. FO10. Phew. It really is an immense amount. I thought I was going to die. Alright. I agree to not mess with the other members. Heh. I am really thankful for that. But before that. Grandfather. Is that? Does he intend to kill him? Shouldn't you be concerned about your own life? Heaven calling flawless vision arts. That's my own business. 9 heavens arts firm ground rending dragon clans. Shit. Even just blocking his strikes makes my wrists numb. 0-0. For someone so young. You've got some skills with the blade. You're quite something as well, your martial arts really are formidable, huh? Shit, I pretended to be alright. But I won't have a chance at this rate. If that's the case. Hiya. Ha. Are you trying to beat me with raw strength? It's my turn now, get ready. I'll end it quickly with my speed and power. 9 heavens arts 9th form thundering blade cone. Heinen calling perfect sword Heman filled rinder. My blade. If you would outmake alive today, then come see me again, but with a sword next time. However, I'm not quite sure it will be possible. You. 4. Yun. Grandfather. Shit. Is this how it ends? He's gone. Meanwhile, the 5 Peaks 10 heroes. They evacuated the stronghold members to the village, and were waiting for Yun Jioka at the Harmony Pavilion. Jioka. He'll be fine, right? What if something happens to him? It'll be okay. He's strong. We can't just sit around, let's go help him. Yeah. I feel ashamed sitting around here. No matter what it takes, if we gang up on him it'll work out, right? I'm going too. I can't let him fight alone. I'll come too. Ha. I'm telling you. You'll just die meaningless deaths. Could this sound be? Guys. I'm back. Jioka. He's returned, yet again. While he was unable to defeat the Heavenly Sword Supreme, for the 10 heroes who were desperately waiting his safe return, his safety was more important than what the outcome of the fight was. I thought all he knew was brute force, but he seems to be quite insightful, and rather quick-witted. Moreover, It's no easy feat to dodge that attack from such a close distance. He truly has the skills to back up his name. I don't know what family art he's learned, but if he held a sword instead of a blade, and trained himself a little harder, he would easily reach the level of the 10 martial masters. No, he would definitely surpass even that. Let's return, Saman. What? Where? Back to the SE. B, but my revenge isn't over yet. 000, that may be the case. But that lad is not a part of the Yumiyoung cult, and the winner is clear. There is no reason for us to stay here any longer. Although, I am a little curious. About how much stronger he will become once he wields a sword. Jigioka. He's returned, bet again. Without a single casualty, the 10 heroes and Yun Jioka were able to safely overcome the duel against the Heavenly Sword Supreme. But, as if to mock their relief, a new issue presented itself right away. You guys need to come out here. Sigh, no time to rest, huh? What is it? The Bexy Merchant Union. They're climbing the mountain while being guarded by Reborn Manor. And that Waryong guy one is the same guy from before. I could never forget his sleazy face. Waryong Manor. Already coming up so soon. They dare show their face on 5 Peak Mountains. Alright guys. Let's go get things done. Yeah bro. What do we have to fear after almost facing the wrath of the Heavenly Sword Supreme? We'll crush the Waryong Manor to bits. Gee guys. Where are you going? Don't you guys need any rest? I feel like this place is busier than headquarters. These events just never end. One day ago, Waryong Manor, forest outskirts I shouldn't be here. Bexy Merchant Union Lee Yonbak Yunmudo was boasting that he had a method to break the ban on Waryong Manor. So proudly, I followed him here without thinking. But will it actually work? Ah, Mr. Lee. You're here. Ah, you've arrived. Let's make things quick, since we don't have much time. What is your plan to undo the ban on the Waryong Manor? Haha. Well, I don't really have a special plan. But the more dire the situation, the better it is to march forth. So if you include me in this expedition, I will resolve things by facing them head-on. What? You're going to fight the 5 Peaks 10 heroes head-on? Well, you can't really call it a fight, can you? They might have made a name for themselves. But they're obviously just bandits, the Waryong Manor has no reason to fear them. If it comes down to it, I'll just use our 9 heavens arts to knock them out instantly. So don't worry about us accompanying you. If something happens, I'll take responsibility. If you say so. I'll leave this expedition to you as well. I brought him along because he was so confident. But does he even have Miss Beck's approval? Is this okay? We are nearing the 5 Peak Mountains. Will things really be alright? Haha, no worries. They were all lackeys the last time I fought them. Seeing just a part is enough to tell you about the rest of them. The 10 heroes are bound to be nothing. Let's show them this time. I'll make them rescind this nonsense ban. I heard rumors that the reason for the ban was due to the Waryong Manor's only daughter. Is it just a rumor? HNNNG. Look. It's the 5 Peak heroes. HNG. So they've finally appeared. Hey who the hell do you think you are to be coming here? We said that every merchant union being guarded by Waryong Manor would be banned entry. No exceptions. Greetings. I'm Yunmudo, Blue Dragon Squad leader of the Waryong Manor. I'm honored to meet the 10 hero, talkative much. Go say that when you meet a woman. Hand over everything you've got and get lost. Then we'll spare your lives. Those damn. That isn't one of the brothers. Who is that? He looks familiar. You arrogant bastards. I tried to have some respect, but it seems that it was wasted on you lot. Our great Waryong Manor will not bow to some filthy bandits like you. Great. What is that unbelievable speed? The Waryong Manor has never been great. Burke. KRK. You seem to kneel. Quite easily, huh? KRG, damn you. What are you waiting for, Blue Dragon Squad? Eliminate those damned wretches now. Woa. Ilok, defeat them. Did you think we would just let that happen? You're facing us. Hiya. Burke. From the tournament, and the training the 10 heroes received from Yun Jioka. What up with them? Why are they so weak? The Blue Dragon Squad could no longer be considered their match. Blue Dragon, my ass. I don't think you could even call yourselves snakes. What? Will you be able to say that after having a taste of this? 9 Heaven Art's first firm soaring dragon. Ah, damn it. Just like that woman from before. And, proportionately, the skill difference between Yun Jioka and Yun Mudo. The soaring dragon isn't done that way. Was as apparent as night and day. Sigh. They're even more of a mess than I expected. And finally. Yun Jioka moved on from his single-edged blade. And held a sword in his hands. The 5-peak stronghold was able to easily fend off the Blue Dragon Squad of Waryong Manor. And to add to that, they were able to get a hold of all of the Bexy Merchant Union's wares, causing the stronghold to light up with festivities. Whenever we mess with Waryong Manor, our supplies increase exponentially. Is this a sword or jewelry? I don't think I'd mind dying to a sword like that. This is a Waryong sword. Not a bad sword for someone with such low skills. Ah. You seem to like that sword quite a lot, huh? Are you no longer using your old blade? Yeah. I'm making the switch to a sword. Really realized it when I fought the Heavenly Sword Supreme. The limitless potential of a sword. Woofufu. Good decision. Since it was the sword of the Blue Dragon Squad leader, it looks pretty good too. So. Why exactly did you have to sit next to me of all places? Because I like you. But. Why do you hate Waryong Manor so much? They're martial arts. They're the same as yours. And with that red hair you have. Are you not also from Waryong Manor? Judging by his reaction, something must have happened. But he's not telling me. Well, I guess it can't be helped. I'll need to dig into it myself. He was the youngest son of Waryong Manor. So beak. But those bastards. Without any reason. They abused him and ostracized him. He was bullied for such a long time. Really? You got bullied by the Waryong Manor. When? For how long? Why you? That's because Yun is. That's enough. There's no point in talking about the past. Sobeek, stop crying, but. Anyways, why are you here in the first place? Huh. Why yeah, I was just about to ask as well. 7 What brought you here? Did Jioka placing that ban on Waryong Manor cause a problem? Did the heaven-destroying demon order you to stop Jioka? No, no. Nothing like that. He just wanted check on the situation. That's a relief. No matter what that Tiger Hat man says, I'm not rescinding the ban. Tiger Hat, is he talking about my father? Anyways. I don't know the details, but if that's your situation, I have no reason to make you undo the ban either, right? Yeah. The Green Forest gave us permission, so we should take revenge on Waryong Manor. Yeah. This is what our Brotherhood Zero is for. We need to take revenge on the people that mistreated our Gyoka. Let's stomp them so far into the ground that they can never show their faces again. Just say the word. Everyone's hyped up. How should we go about getting to revenge? Should we just raid them? Heh, our head patrol must really be loved by his new family, huh? If things are like this, wouldn't it only be good manners to take revenge properly? Do it properly. Foo. Now that it's come to this, let's take revenge the right way. A few days after that. Azuraskans. Calm. The 9 great sects and all the renowned clans of the Orthodox sect gathered in Luoyang. After receiving the call to arms from the Orthodox Alliance. Now. Everyone, at attention. Orthodox Alliance Leader, Stormblade Jang Gango. I will be giving a quick speech in the Alliance Leader's stead. Firstly, thank you all for gathering after receiving our call to arms. Chief Advisor Jagal Sungwoon. As you may have already guessed, the reason we have gathered today is because of the fight against the Yumiyoung cult. 7. The very battle from which only the Heaven Sect leader and the Waryong swordsman returned alive. From what we saw, their commander was the Chaos Sword Demon, Chiak Jinkyang. As you might already know, just 10 years ago, his martial arts were nothing to be afraid of. However, when the Heaven Sect leader faced his blade, he was able to confirm that Chiak Jinkyang's prowess had grown to rival that of the 10 martial masters, with his subordinate strengths matching the elders of the 9 greatest sects. So the Orthodox Alliance 7 has determined that they have gained superpowers by sacrificing monks. They really exist. Superpowers. As such, the Orthodox Alliance will now need to display our unwavering willpower to stand against such a power. And so the Orthodox Alliance will hold a martial arts tournament here and now. To hone our justice, to make our names known, and to demonstrate to the wicked the power of goodness and wisdom. And so the tournament successfully raised the morale of the Orthodox sects, and made them eager for battle. It also called forth new heroes that could face the evil masters of the Yumiyoung cult. To think this is the height of the Orthodox sect. Most of them lack the skill to back up their boasts. But if the Waryong Manor can use them as a stepping stone for our fame, then it might not be so bad. Mubik, for our family, you must try your hardest in your match. Understood. Why aren't you answering? Speak up. In a time where your sister has lost our family the stability of guarding work, you, the head of the family, should be trying even harder to revive Waryong Manor. That is what happened, but recently things have become better. We already helped the Bexy Merchant Union steal the treasure of the Samjin Merchant Union. Don't be so uptight, mother. Yeah. You doing that as soon as you recovered did help Waryong Manor quite a bit. But we've still got a ways to go before we can be content, don't we? So you need to achieve good results in this tournament by any means necessary. Understood. Mother. Mubik has just barely recovered. Burke. Now. What clan will step up to the challenge next? Go. Mubik. Show them the power of the Waryong Manor. Yes, mother. That man is. Yeah. One of the two survivors, of the fight against the Yumiung cult. The Waryong swordsman, Yun Mubik. Heh. People seem to be responding quite well, huh? I am the head of the Waryong manor. My skills may be lacking, but I hope to put on a good display today. From what I hear, that man is quite skilled. Is that true? Hey. Are you doubting a survivor of the battle against the Yumiung cult? Keep your mouth shut if you don't know what you're saying. But I hear the Waryong manor recently lost to some bandits. She's the daughter of the Sword King, and the flower of the Nangongs. The flower telepath, Nangong Yun. Yun. And so the mood of the tournament changed with the appearance of Nangong Yun. And with the audience expecting a display of the Nangong clan's martial arts, Nangong Yun's first public battle began. She's the daughter of the Sword King, and the flower of the Nangongs. The flower telepath, Nangong Yun. Yun. As the rumors say, she looks just like a flower. That's not all. She resolves all kinds of problems throughout the world. They say that no one can compare to her intelligence. Damn it. If it weren't for that wench, Mubik would have been getting all the attention. Why did you have to come here now and ruin the atmosphere? Miss Yun. How have you been? It's been so long. If you're here, does that mean that your master is also attending the... What's with that look on her face? Is she displeased by something? Hey. It's me, Nangong Chun. It's been so long. Chun. We've come here in place of father. Ahem. Well, she says that's enough for the greetings. She wishes to fight you. Sorry. Phew. Azuraskins. Calm. You. She's giving it her all from the start. Then. It'd be rude of me to just dodge her attacks. Ha. Nose. They're both amazing. I didn't know she was that skilled. As expected of the Sword King's disciple. Ha. You're just as skilled as I remember. 000 we used to train together when we were younger. Do you remember? All. How could I forget? You and everyone at the Waryong Manor. Who pretended to be ignorant while being aware of everything that was happening. Especially Madame Beck and her evil actions. And all the evil things that you all did to that child who begged for forgiveness, deathly afraid. And how that child cried. I clearly remember it all even after 10 years. You. Is she trying to use the Nangong clan's technique here? It's just a simple spar. Why is she? Why Yun? This is just a friendly fight. Why are you doing this? I don't know either, brother. It's already been 10 years, and it's not even something I experienced myself. So why is it that my rage at that child's sadness boundless heaven technique cannot be quelled? Cook. If she's going to be this serious, I have no choice. 9 Heavens Art's second form. Ultimate Dragon Ascension, but to use the Waryong Manor's secret technique as well. A Alliance Leader. Ha ha ha. I am so touched by how passionate you two are about this. However, this competition is just to symbolize the unification of the Orthodox